Oh.
Yo, Gabe, you the man, son. My heart.
Yeah.
My heart.
I can imagine that shit is expensive, man. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top coaches in the league. And this all started because this great man, who I've known forever, hit me in the DM and say, yo, no honorable mention, no shout out, no nothing.
Not even that. It started because we were shitting on all of the bad coaching
Yeah.
that was happening in the season.
We ain't saying nothing about the good coaches.
Zed is saying that he's the best coach,
Which
in
is
this
insane.
league.
He's a great manager.
And then Wiz is saying that you said that Wiz is a great recruiter.
He's a great recruiter. He had 2 really good coaching games though. Not going front. Really good coaching games. He had 2. But aside from that, I seen a lot of great recruitment. But then Gabe hit us up, and the first thing he let me know was, yo, no honorable mention, no nothing. And from the way I see it, from what I see in the huddles and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, I feel like you was a great manager and stuff. And then when he started breaking down things to me, I said, all right, I respect this statement. I respect where you're coming from.
So are you like the Jerry Krause of the '98 Bulls? Like, what do you consider yourself? What do you do?
Yeah, he does all the behind. He put me onto all the behind scenes.
You know, I mean, I feel like, you know, in this league, like, I mean, I'm not sure how people take their coaching, like, you know what I'm saying? We have good coaches, we have bad coaches in this league. But like, you know,
You want to
don't throw no names out, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I got some names.
It's like, you know, the work, the work I put behind it, you know, I was like, you know, hold on, like, you know, it takes some work, you know what I'm saying, to recruit, put a team together, put the right pieces together. It's not just putting players together and just like, yo, go out there and hoop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and getting into this league was my first year in this league, you know, so I'm like, yo, I want to come in and make a statement, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be mediocre. Or if I'm going to do something, it's going to be, you know, we're going to make some noise. So, like, yeah, it got to that, and I do a lot of stuff, like, even, for example, like, I scout you guys, you know what I'm saying? I watch the games, you know, I write notes, I take my notes, I know the best players on the team, I know who can shoot, I know y'all weaknesses, and I relay that to the team. You know, it's that simple. Like, I just tell my team, we have a group chat.
I don't know if everybody's doing that, so that's why I said, when he hit me up, I had to say, all right, he got an argument here.
But the best part about it is you played basketball at a good level. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, think about the pieces y'all played with. Like, you played with Twan, you played with Jalil, you played with Calvo. So you played smart basketball, not just regular basketball.
Right. No, I agree.
Bad
And a lot of the people on my team too, I played with as well. You know, and that was another thing, and that's why I believe like the chemistry also looks pretty well with us, is because a lot of us come from the same system. You know, we played under the same coaches, and we played all together.
Played under me too.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was an important piece to having a team with chemistry. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to have good chemistry. But yeah. That was it. We played under Jackie, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's important, you know, to have team chemistry.
So, coming into this, what was your idea, your plan, and then?
Well, my idea was to, I mean, first of all, win a chip. I want to win a chip, man. That's without a doubt. You know, when it came to, I remember I hit you up. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do a team this year. You know, then I had to really think about players. Like, I had to really think about who I'm gonna have on my team. You know, and you say it a lot in the games, RJ is a person to start a franchise with.
For sure.
Like, he really is.
For sure.
You know,
he's
so
fun to play basketball
exactly.
with.
Like, I played around him. I seen him play.
Yeah.
He's been such a, like, big bro to me for a while. And I just know what he brings to the table. And my first thing was, like, I need a guard that's going to connect all the pieces. He was the first person I thought of.
That's a great pickup.
You know, so I reached out to RJ, and he was totally down, you know what I'm saying? Next was Dude. Dude was just like, I was like, yo, Dude is just, you know what Dude brings to the table.
He's been tough for a long time, too.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just about picking the right pieces and putting it together, you know, and then, you know, it went down the line as, you know, I got B-Mac, Ray, I played with Ray as well, you know, and I know all their personalities, you know, it's like when you got people like B-Mac, you got people like Ray, RJ Do, these are dominant players, you know, but you got to know their personality. A lot of them are willing to take the back seat a game or two, you know, they're unselfish, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I knew I had if I was to bring in like a ball dominant player that gets frustrated when he can't get the ball, I can't have that on my team, because that's not the basketball I'm trying to play. Like, you know, I'm trying to play team basketball. You know, so it was like, it was just no brainer for me. You know, so it was a good recruiting.
Y'all came in attacking awards.
Not only do they have the smartest team,
but I gotta be careful.
Oh, that boy got an ill city.
You gotta get that nasty shit out of here.
Word. Not only do they have the smartest team, but they also have the oldest team, I think, in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just looking at it. But the fire part about RJ was he was sitting here last season.
Yeah, hanging out with us.
Yeah, just hanging out, just watching, just chilling. So it was dope to see that.
In fact, if you didn't put a team in and have him on your team, he was gonna be a part of the show.
Oh, wow, okay.
He was gonna be a weekly person on the show.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's another factor. Like, I mean, just having older people, like veterans, I mean, they know what they're doing, you know.
They calm the pace down.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
We're not coming outside to have fun. We're coming outside to win.
You know, and I love what they bring, man. I just love what they bring to the table, you know. And it shows on the court.
Bobby said it best on Hard Work Beats Talent.
I will leave this shit with 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and a W. I'm fine.
Oh, that's what it should be about.
That's all it's about.
So,
getting that W.
Who's the team that you respect most, and a player that you like outside of your own team?
The team I say I respect the most, I'd say it's People's Park, man. I'll tell you.
That's going to be a great battle.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's People's Park.
That's going to be a great game.
You know, first, I remember they called us out, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I love the eagerness. Like, I love the eagerness they had to play us. And I wasn't ducking at that time. It was just, you know.
You wasn't.
I was,
I set it up nicely.
I was focused on Legends Lotus first. You know what I'm saying? My sights was on them, but then we got to y'all. But they're a hard team. They're a hard team to beat. You know what I'm saying? It's like they make us work for everything. You know, so I respect them a lot. Now, when it comes to a player, I would say Marlon, man. Marlon is a monster.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's a monster. Marlon's a monster, man. You know, and I mean, he got huge during the offseason. Like, the dude got huge, and his game transpired a lot. So, I mean, I give it to Marlon, man. He's definitely a great player.
He walked in the park day one. He said it to me like 60 times. Yo, P, this is 30 pounds of muscle. I'm like, yo, dog, I'm right. We heard you.
I could imagine, man. You know, but he's dominating out there, Marlon. I gotta give it to him, man.
Is there any other coaches you like?
Oh, Fat Chris. I respect Fat Chris a lot.
Fat Chris is a good coach.
Fat Chris is a great coach, you know.
I like Gene as a player.
He also came up to me the other day when you mentioned that on the mic. He's like, Gabe, talking about he's the best coach. He had to come up to me. He's like, so, what do you think you're the best coach? I'm like, Chris, listen, are you scouting, Chris? Are you doing this extra shit I'm doing, man? Like, and he looked at me. He just stood quiet.
Going by your record, nobody can really argue that. I think.
And shout out to Rel too.
Shout out to Rel
too. Shout out to Rel because he's working a lot behind the scenes as well.
He did a great job. The game you wasn't here. He did a great job.
Exactly. And I feel like that was to be honest for me, I feel like that was our biggest game of that season. I feel like that was our biggest game, and he handled that shit.
Y'all went down like 10 and a half. And that's another thing that we mentioned too, that y'all had a tough schedule. Like y'all
we definitely
strength of schedule is a lot.
Y'all had a lot of come from behind at the half wins.
So
shout out to you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Off the Couch definitely did a phenomenal job this whole season. I also wanted to mention, like, so if we are going top 5 coaches of the year, I only have 3. But if we're going top 5, do you have a top 5?
Maybe not 5. I would say 3. Off the Couch being 1. Wiz turning it up in the second half, being number 2.
Wiz is from the O, right?
Yeah,
he's
once
a
he
good coach.
figured out less was more,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he did way better with less pieces.
Yep. And then Fat Chris. I mean, the Dirty Laundry was doing their thing for sure, but with his knowledge, they tightened it up a little bit. So,
Hey,
and on top of that too,
Hey, great win against legendary ballers.
and he
Yeah, that
was
was a
coaching
great
from
win.
he was coaching from
Oh,
over there.
I
Even
ain't
though
even-
he said no,
Wow.
he was just like,
I
"Yo,
know that.
I got it on camera."
I didn't even realize
He
he
said
was
straight
helping
up.
still.
Yeah, he was that straight up.
That's
He's
what's
like,
up.
"Yo, those are my guys. I don't care what they say.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I still got love for them. Like
Yeah.
it's more than just basketball."
Yo,
at that point.
that was a great win for them.
Yep.
He's a
No
great coach.
Eddie, and they figured
they
it
didn't
out.
have Eddie that day?
Yeah, they
No.
didn't have Eddie, and they figured it out.
Wow.
That was
At
tough.
the last moment, they could have lost. But Chris told them straight up, "Yo, go man the last 2 minutes of the game so that zone is dead. They have to figure it out playing man." And that's exactly what happened. They got, I think Blue had a couple key steals in the
Yeah.
paint and then finishing layups on the other end.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. And that was
shout
a
out
great
Fat
game. I
Chris.
was watching that game. I was
Definitely.
watching that game in the live stream. That was a great game.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's
You
my
got-
top 3.
You got any top 5 or 3 coaches?
To be honest, I don't know every coach's name, but
team?
like I said, the O definitely, the O.
With
I put myself first, of course, but the O. And Fat Chris, I said that'd be my top 3.
Yeah.
I like People's Park. I like how they recruited their team, how he put together his team. What's his
Yeah.
name? Walt.
Walt,
Yeah. I like how he put together that
I mean,
team.
they also really smart over there because they add
Now I got a 4th.
they
I
have
said that,
like
not Walt.
having Walt and Irv as a leader on
yes.
the team. Like they know exactly what they're doing. So like that's
Yeah.
they smart and they
give it to him.
they know how to mix the younger guys with the older
Right,
guys.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like my top 5 is you, Fat Chris. I love what Gene did, even though they didn't have a winning season. He kept his team in the fucking game.
Wait, Gene was coaching his team?
Gene was
and
coaching,
playing
coaching
and
and
coaching.
playing.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know.
They didn't lose a game by more than like 8-9 points.
Wow,
And they
wow.
only had 5 or 6
Yeah,
all
'cause I see he
season.
stepped up for Washed Up, right?
Yeah.
'Cause He was, yeah.
He was the
I
player
mean, not Washed Up,
coach.
I'm sorry, for Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry,
Yeah.
He was player coach, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the job he did, like, and that's tough to do. That's tough to do, you
Right,
know,
right.
like
It definitely is. It definitely is. It's
And-
not easy to do.
he definitely did that shit. Walt and Irv, man, they a scary combination. Like you and Rel, how y'all work together. That's how Walt and Irv work
okay, I
together.
see, I
And
see.
then like just Irv knowing how to make the game easier and smoother. Like those last plays, those are all orchestrated by Irv just saying, yo, look, this is the position we in.
Right.
Let's
And
make
I
these
hear him,
things
he's vocal
happen.
from the
Yeah.
sidelines too. That's another thing I pay attention to. Who's vocal as
Yeah.
a coach? Who's
Yeah,
vocal
yeah,
out
for
there?
sure.
Because a lot of coaches just be silent, quiet, and I feel like you got to be loud, man. Your players got to hear you on the court.
Not only that, but like knowing when to let your players take over the huddles,
Yeah.
and when you need to be
Right,
the
when
one
you
that's
need-
loudest
exactly.
in the heard in the huddle and stuff like
get
that. Like
that.
I watch you do that a lot. I watch Wiz do that, and Fat Chris don't let the young nigga speak. He takes over because
Yeah.
he knows that they need to be guided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that team is really good together when they clicking.
And they're a
They get
very
it
young
going,
team.
yeah.
They're
They
not like
young.
a veteran team either. Like
They
they're
super
young.
young.
you
That's
know,
the
so-
same way I feel about
I've
BC
always-
Elite.
Eddie,
Like,
yeah.
that's a team that
That's another
they
young
have.
team.
They know what they're good at, and they know what they have to do to get things going.
Right.
So when things are not going their way, they step back and they say, "Yo, we know we can play as a team.
Yup.
Just let's get this
They
ball
know how to
flying
pull it
and it's gonna-
together.
Yeah, it's
VC
gonna- the ball's
Elite
gonna
is
fly energy.
scary because they don't have egos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's a scary
Yeah.
team because they don't have egos.
And to me, Jeremiah is another great. He's a great point guard too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Jeremiah's
sure.
a great point
Oh,
guard.
you'll hear his mic'd up this week.
Okay.
You'll hear his mic'd up.
He's brilliant. His brother's brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Marlon's been brilliant. Joaquin has
is
had a
just
special season. We watched Josh just have a hell of a playoff series.
Both Joshes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Both
it's like
Joshes.
so because they're egoless and they cheer each other on no matter what.
Yep.
Like and then Zed is not the best of coach, but he's a great manager of egos. Like he understands
Okay.
like lineups. He understands a lot of different things. It's just he hasn't yet figured out what to
Communication.
do when things are going bad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing. So he's not a bad coach. He's just not one of the good ones. He's not one of the great ones. He's a great manager though,
Gotcha.
because he understands what positions to fill in, when to swap in and out. Like he understands all of that shit. Like I watch him do that flawlessly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Alright.
but it's literally being calm when things are going bad or not going your way,
Yep.
and being able to, cause he does trust the players to figure it out. But it's like he'll just be rambling in those timeouts. He'll just be rambling in those timeouts, and it's
got
like
a lot of those.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to do that during that time. During that time, it's more so like, yo, we've been here before, we good, we know how to figure this out. It's basketball's a game of runs, all runs are coming. You know what I mean? Like it's those things.
Okay.
But yeah, like that's. We just wanted to have this conversation with you.
Yeah,
We
no,
felt like
no,
we owed it to
appreciate
you.
man. Appreciate it.
Felt like
Thank
you had
y'all
a
for bringing
great,
me out, you know.
Yeah, he called me out.
Yeah.
I respect it.
You know,
Not too many call
I
me
felt,
out with
I felt
facts.
a little. I felt some type
Word.
of way a little bit. I'm like, damn. At least say I'm a bad coach or something. Like,
Not too
some.
many people. Not too many people call me out
At
and,
least
and
say I'm
be
a
right.
bad coach or something. Like, but no,
We had
but,
no idea what the role was played.
Nah,
so,
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I got, you know. So,
Yeah, we don't know. We didn't know that you
Right.
behind the scenes studying film, taking notes.
Yeah.
How you recruited, how you delivered the information,
Yeah.
how you was able to make sure Rel was able to fucking seamlessly come in for you, and then y'all work great together and
Right,
stuff like
exactly.
The GM of the Celtics, Brad Stevens.
that. Yes.
Brad
So,
Stevens.
Say like a Brad Stevens in a sense. Great coach.
Yeah, the way they run that shit.
My
and
college
then-
coach was coach under Brad Stevens too when I was in
Oh,
college.
word?
So
That's what's up.
So I'll take that. I'll take
That's
that.
tough.
Yeah, I'll take that up.
Yeah, and then having an assistant or coach like Rel, which is one of the
man.
funniest motherfuckers on the planet.
Top
Best shit
my-
talker.
Best
yeah.
mic
My
up
favorite.
this
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
My
yeah.
favorite mic
When
up
I
this
seen
season.
that, I say, yeah, they did the right thing putting Rel on the
Yeah.
mic. They did the right thing, man.
Rel's
He's hilarious.
Rel's always great. Me and him been talking shit to each other for over a decade. That's my man right there. Word.
So appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, no problem,
Thank
man.
you, Coach.
Thank you for having
And
me.
good
huh?
luck this weekend.
Always,
Yes.
always. Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot more, man.
Ooh, got the weekend recap rounds 1 and 2.
Yo,
The crowds
packed.
packed in here.
Packed.
Everybody came out, which was dope. There's a lot of strangers who don't know the fucking rules that were out here. That's still dope. Having to tell niggas to turn their music off like this is their backyard or some shit is crazy, but still just them everybody outside engaged, fucking jumping around, screaming, talking shit, all of that stuff. The whole atmosphere was just fire.
Yeah, somebody wrote in the comments, park atmosphere versus gym atmosphere. And it was the greatest sign for the park.
Yeah, the
I
park
agree.
atmosphere is nuts. You could barely hear me, and we got a new speaker and all that. You
Yeah.
could barely hear me. Like, that's how I knew it was packed in here, because I couldn't hear shit nobody next to me was saying.
Yeah, that we'll get to it, but that People's Park game and Oval Park game, everyone
Two fire
showed out.
rivalries in one day,
Yeah.
because we had the Bailey, Dirty Laundry,
Yeah.
and Legendary Ballers. We had this is god awful just to have escaping through.
I didn't even want to show that back.
Then we had the old versus People's Park, which is crazy. We got guys in the background hooping terribly.
A lot of bad. Again, someone complaining about the rims, but they can't shoot.
Oh, yo. We're not even gonna talk about how everybody walked into the park to a nice surprise, because we honor our words around here. If we say we're gonna do something, we do it. Because,
At the playoffs, too.
Yeah, because our guys deserve it. Our community and neighborhood deserve nice things too. Deserve to play basketball and feel like pros.
The right way.
The right
The
way,
right way.
absolutely.
Not like we're.
Not the peasant
No,
way.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Crazy.
but-
So
all right,
first
cool,
game of
you
the
say it.
day, Washed Up versus HB. So
A closer game than was expected at first.
at first, and there was unfortunately Gene got hurt, and things started going downhill from there. But HB did what they were supposed to do.
Yep, as defending champs, as they
As
should.
defending champs, and I don't count nobody out till they out, especially defending champs. If you're not out, they had a terrible season, and then at the end, they started clicking, figuring things out.
But the game that was going to be an upset. It was almost an upset.
What game?
The Dirty Laundry and Life Goes On game.
Oh, game 2. Things got spooky. I didn't know. First off, phenomenal game from Life Goes On. Like there is,
A whole new team.
yeah, there was no damn shame for them at all. Like, wow, they almost did Dirty Laundry dirty.
Shaq almost looked like vintage Shaq.
Word.
And then
Corey was going berserk.
And then who was the young kid?
Who you talking about, Angel or Khalil?
Angel.
Angel was going crazy.
Angel was going nuts.
Angel was going crazy. Corey though, man,
Hustle ball.
can't say
everywhere.
nothing. I can't say more good about that man. Like,
Grabbing every 50-50 as he could. Man.
he works hard. He plays hard with a smile on his face. He shows love to his opponents and all of that, and just
Yeah.
be going and cooking.
Yeah.
But Dirty Laundry did what they were supposed to do. Shout out to Eddie.
That's-
Eddie and
yeah.
Blue. Eddie went crazy, who's had a phenomenal season, the whole season. Ivo had a good game, I believe. I want to say Ivo had a
The
good
whole
game.
team had to have a good game.
Yeah,
I
they
think-
had to.
I think they had three
They had,
players.
no,
in
it was 5-on-5.
Yeah.
It was
What makes it
5
even
on
great?
5.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man, that was a good game. That was a good game. The
Jaden
whole-
had 20. Ivo, I think, had 20.
Yeah, the whole
Eddie had
team-
like 26.
watch back. On the watch back, it was a really good game.
Yes.
And I'm happy that happened. Then we had underrated versus the O in the biggest damn shame moment.
Yo.
The biggest.
What was the voting in the What was that voting in the group chat?
Oh man, Bonehead of the Year award. I'm not even gonna say his name. He know who he is. Son.
Well, okay, so hold on. My thing with that whole entire game was, yo, y'all are up
20.
20. Why y'all clock management
No.
was crazy.
4 minutes and a half, they were still up double digits.
Yeah, I
4
think they was up like 15.
It was they didn't bring it down till 2 minutes. That lead wasn't down to like 2.5 minutes.
On the watch back while I was editing, I noticed that we have no shot clock. Why are y'all rushing shots after 2 passes?
Not even rushing shots. I mean, there was a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different things that happened that y'all could blame it on. It's
Yeah.
not all on the one person that they trying to blame it
No,
on.
no,
and
it was a
shit.
team effort.
Yeah, it was definitely a team effort. But it's like, yo, once you lose the huddle, it's over. Like once you lose your players, like
Yeah.
there's
Bickering back and
Vic-
forth.
yeah,
at each
and
other.
y'all up, and they like it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. It's only
Bo-
a matter of time.
Bobby said it best. He was like, hard work beats talent. He's like, there's no reason for me to rush when there's no shot clock at all.
Yeah.
We are going to burn this clock and make these people play defense and burn them out even more.
The kid Chance, man, he had a phenomenal game, and they
Yo.
just turned their backs on him.
They called him Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico!
I thought I called him the parade.
The parade!
Yeah, my man Parade.
The parade! I'm telling y'all!
Ever since the parade, Puerto Ricans been lighting shit up. They've been going crazy. They've been out here.
Terrible.
And he played phenomenal, man. Like
Every trade was from the same spot.
yeah,
the
they-
corner.
and he kept getting wide open. And then they
Oh.
started icing him out, man. But again, to the credit of Wiz, man.
They fought back crazy.
He understands. They chipped away slowly, understanding less is more, utilizing pieces.
Yo.
Pooks played great. Wayne played great.
Skips.
Skips always. You know what I mean?
Hold
Like,
on. But I on the look back, Skips' defense, no matter
Yeah.
who he stepped in front of, gave them an issue.
That's a-
Shout out to Skips, man.
That's another conversation we're gonna have to have at a point. Best defenders.
Oh, I got
Because
two
he
on
got to
the
be
top
on the
of my head.
list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skip's got to be on the list.
No, actually, I got 3. And this is another player that I forgot to add on my Concrete Elite team, Muja. I would add him as my 10th.
Muja is definitely a tremendously, really good, patient defender.
I would add him as my 10th, but we're
And
going
he
to talk
likes
about
to play
that.
defense. So, yeah.
We're going to talk about the
So,
defenders, but the
yo,
last game.
they took advantage of every mistake within the last 3-4 minutes of the game made y'all pay. And that last play of the game, and it was
Two plays actually.
yeah, but Wayne putting them away while everybody's watching, wilding, all of that, and he put the whole game away. That is clutch.
On the line.
We'll see y'all next week, people. We'll see y'all next week, people. Niggas barely won. Niggas barely won. They don't want to see us.
Before that, though, let's take a few steps back on that game. A previous game, Skips missed 3 free throws.
Yep.
Came
Ain't
back.
let that shit happen again.
He made all 3 free throws.
Yep.
Then the foul happened to Wayne, and then additional 2 free throws while everybody watched.
Crazy, crazy.
Yo, that's an ill way to
That's
go out.
Yeah, that's an ill way to go out, man. Then that last game, Legends Loading.
Legends
versus
Loading turned
NFU.
into a whole new team. They turned into a brand new team.
They played perfect basketball against a young team that's been playing phenomenal all season. They were losing games, but they were still just,
It was
they were
close.
always in games.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, yeah.
NFU was always in games. NFU has a lot of players I really like too.
Yeah.
A lot of players. I'm not gonna lie, like, I like the young kid Chris. I like Cam. I like Vel. I like Assad. I like Prince. I like Jesse. They got. I like their team. Vel is
One of my favorites on that team.
He's one of my favorite people in the tournament, and definitely like showing up and showing out. Like he said, he did his thing.
That's another player I think that we should have on the show. So,
I would like to have Vel on the show.
That's another
I'll have
player.
Vel on the show for sure.
like his mentality when it comes to playing basketball, I like a lot because he says it. He said it on the side. We had a whole conversation on it. He was like, "Yo, I'm not the most athletic person."
Did you have a Mike Tyson moment just now?
I definitely.
All right, my nigga. Continue.
He said, "I'm not the most athletic person, but I have to be the smartest on the floor." And he outthinks a lot of plays, and you hear it on the side when
Yeah.
they're talking.
Yeah.
So, and I love the way he balked on his team.
I want to win, gang. The problem is, we going 105. You saying I'm holding the ball. Once you cut, we get baskets. Niggas want to go and score. Go and look for somebody else. Get back on defense. Get stops. That's the simple shit. We making it mad hard. These niggas is mad old. I've been sitting here all season with my mouth closed. It's playoff time, gang. Lose the pride and win a fucking game.
Team too. That
But-
shit was crazy.
Shout out to 40.
Oh man,
40 from 40. What a game.
I think he had to be shooting like at least 80%, and his plus minus
Decision-
rating was crazy.
Yo, his pacing, his
Yeah.
patience,
The whole
his
team.
shot selection. Yeah, the whole team. But 40 especially because he had momentum. He could have just kept going.
Brought it right back out
He
and let it find him.
He let the game just keep flowing.
Yup.
He dominated that game.
It was fun to
Just
watch.
by doing the right things. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
The whole team played phenomenal.
yeah, watching that type of play from Legends Loading was dope to me. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, it looked scary because I was just like, uh-oh. Like, yeah, they here now.
yeah,
Yeah, it looked scary.
yeah.
That's Sunday.
VC Elite, the hard work beats talent. We'll start off at the top of the list.
We'll go to. All right, man. Sunday.
The first 3 possessions of that game just kind of set the tone.
First off, double-digit trays from the team is OD.
Double-digit blocks from the team is crazy. Even crazier.
Access Deny had himself 6.
Josh,
Like
the other Josh.
the other Josh, I think had 2. Like that. Double-digit blocks, double-digit trays. Like they were
Relax.
really in control.
Relax.
Like all the way in control. And all of a sudden, HB don't look like the same HB that we seen the day before and the day before that.
But the beauty about it, VC Elite does this to teams though. Like, they make teams look like they're in shambles, like crumbled paper. So
Maya had himself one of them days. Joaquin was having himself one of them days.
Yep.
Yo, they was just
Marlon.
going crazy.
Yeah.
They were going, Marlon hit 4 trays. They were just going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
That's tough to beat.
Maya's mic'd up session was hilarious too.
Oh, I
like,
can't wait. I can't wait.
Everything on that game was amazing to watch.
HB, they pulled themselves apart, and it was just like not wanting to get back on D, arguing amongst each other. They frustrated because shots are falling for the other team and stuff like that.
They just couldn't figure it out.
I get it, but they're a veteran team. The way that it happened was not supposed to be the way that it happened. Like you don't get outplayed and outclassed. Like you don't get both when you're dealing with veteran teams.
But remember, it always comes back to it, right? Egos.
Yeah,
Like, that's kind of what killed the team a bit. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So.
And that's a scary team, but VC Elite just.
Oh, but and then we didn't even talk about this with the washed up at HB team. Trey hit 8 trays.
Yeah, Trey was going berserk.
So-
but then Trey of Saturday wasn't Trey of Sunday because
Yeah.
Sunday's Trey.
Holding the ball for too long.
Yeah, man, like just young mistakes.
Yeah.
Youthful mistakes
He's
at the
29.
wrong time.
Crazy enough, he's 29.
29?
29. He
I
said it on the mic though.
I had no idea it was 29.
Yeah.
But damn, so I don't know how I can't even call them youthful mistakes. I can just call them rookie mistakes. That's what that is. Like certain things, 1-on-3 possessions, just like, yeah, man, that's not supposed. A lot of missed layups.
Ego, man. Yeah, man. Yo, mad. Let's like. But the refs were also letting them play physical too. Like
Absolutely, as they should. It's
said.
playoff ball.
Yeah. So
It's
I
playoff
enjoyed
ball.
watching that. So one thing to note: if the refs are letting y'all play, I get it. Y'all both getting fucked up. Play ball.
Yeah, you gotta just play ball. You gotta play
Gotta
through
figure it out.
Be grown, be an adult. Game 2 that day, Dirty Laundry versus Legendary Ballers in the upset for me.
Yeah.
I seen Legendary Ballers dominate Dirty Laundry in the gym and said, man, they got these young boys figured out and they got them stressed.
Nah. Not
No.
out here.
No, that's not
Not
what
out
happened in the
here.
park.
That's why you on the other team.
Hey,
Showed up.
hey,
Showed up.
Larry, let me gotta let you know. Jared, just so you understand, you said that's why Blue is on the other team. And then, oh my God. That's why he's on that team. Wow. And Blue went there and pursued you and kicked y'all ass.
Oh shit.
That was possibly the wrong thing to say out loud there.
Yo.
Because he pursued y'all the whole game and kicked y'all ass.
And he doesn't say a word.
Word.
He doesn't say nothing.
He was fucking shit up.
Blocks, rebounds, steals. I think he caught a putback.
He was
An
fucking
ill
shit. Yes,
putback.
he caught a great putback.
He almost caught like 3 putbacks.
Yeah.
But shit, he was letting
Dirty
it be
Laundry, no Eddie.
Oh.
Stepped up and said, yo, we are still going to win this game and figure it out.
Yup. Jaden put on a show. Last few minutes put on a clutch performance.
Shout out to you young boys.
Yeah.
Dirty Laundry, salute to y'all.
Uh-huh.
What y'all have done this season is fire.
Yup.
Honorable and dope to watch. On the playback, y'all games have been great to watch.
Team basketball.
Yeah, that
basketball.
Legendary Ballers game, go do yourself a favor. Y'all want to see great basketball? Go watch round 1 and 2 of the playoff. All teams came to play. Great basketball, some of the best basketball we've seen this year.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. And now
And that was a rivalry game at that.
the second rivalry.
Now
game
let's
of the
get
day.
to the big game of the day, the neighborhood rivalry, the up the block versus down the block, in People's Park versus the O. When I say this game was a nail biter, a thriller, down to the wire, all of these things, fucking phenomenal game.
Game of runs, and it was truly a game of runs.
The crazy thing is, there's nobody to blame for the loss because it was great decisions and coaching on both sides, and it was who made timely shots. That's all it was about. The coaching on both sides, stellar. The leadership on both sides, stellar. Like, that shit was, I know the view count on that, if we had to break it down, I know the view count on that game alone had to be crazy, because fucking perfect game, yo. Perfect game to have.
Yo, and it was the first game that we had that was a regular season game. It looked identical to the playoffs. The O went on an ill run in the beginning of the game.
That shit felt like a championship game.
That would have been an ill championship
That
game.
shit felt like a championship game. That's how crazy that game was.
But now
I watched that shit twice.
Yeah?
I watched that shit twice.
Added
Shout
it
out
on
to
the
both
playback.
teams, yo. Shout out to Walt, shout out to Irv, shout out to Wiz, shout out to Petey, like Cootie, Beezy, like just the energy on both sides, the crowds on both sides, then the love on both sides after the game.
The clutch. Real quick, the clutch basket that Chucky had.
Chuck, that's the same play from the last game. It's the same exact play.
But then Cootie running on.
Like a jerk. Hey, Cootie, stay the fuck off my court.
Yo, all right.
Thank God he ain't have his staff shirt on that day.
Heckler of the year, Cootie, for sure.
I don't know. Buddha's high up on my list for Heckler of the Year. Buddha, you might have Heckler of the Year.
He got the clip of the year, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, shout out to the two teams. Chucky, what a shot. Way to take your time and just knock down a wide open shot. From a great screen set, great down screen, the same exact play y'all ran to get the other win on them, which is insane, yo. Brilliant performance on both sides. And then we get to the final game where it was a masterclass.
Off one team.
Off the couch versus Legends Loading. That was not the same team we seen the day before.
Off the couch looked, they just said, here, we got this.
They separated themselves from everybody that day.
Yeah. There was, again, there's not much more we could say about RJ and Do. Like,
B-Mac, tough.
Ace.
Oh,
tough.
Ace had a breakout game finally where he was a super factor.
Now, if that Ace shows up,
what's the other dude's name? Terry. I like Randy. Randy's nice. He does a lot of things I like, but Terry does so much shit that does not come out or show in the stat book. Solid player.
Honestly, that whole team just does whatever they have to
Brilliant
do to
team.
win. There's no egos.
Right
no
now, I got them as the smartest team in the entire, left off in the Final Four.
Yep.
I got VC Elite as probably the most entertaining team left in the Final Four.
Yep.
I got People's Park as probably the scariest because they're so fucking deep team in the Final Four. And Dirty Laundry, I got them as you cannot count them out or sleep on them. Honestly, they are not to be played with.
Our Final Four teams do look, honestly, this whole matchup looks crazy on paper. So, and the storylines look even better, like, if you really look at the whole thing. So,
and VC Elite and Dirty Laundry were asking for each other. So,
again, so now we got the run back.
Yeah.
Because, like, Joaquin,
Maya kicked their ass the first time.
And Joaquin was talking shit to, who was number 77 on Dirty Laundry. That started turning up for them as soon as he got the bucket, that everybody started turning up on Dirty Laundry.
Andy. Andy's tough.
They were going back and forth at each other during the gym.
I feel like Andy's the one that sparks their energy.
Yeah.
I like him. He's mad cool to speak to on the side, but as a player, I see what he does and how he brings the energy together for the team, how he pushes everybody and motivates.
Tough.
Like, I like him. He's a good leader.
Yes, and then shit. The
Yeah, I
People's
can't-
Park and Off the Couch game.
That's
those
gonna
are
be
two
great.
must-watch basketball.
Yeah,
yo.
must watch.
Must
Yo,
watch.
Tune in, get your ass to the park. Whatever. I want to see comments. I want to see shit talking. I want everything. Be on the page. Hit the page. Let us know who you got winning.
Yes.
What you think's gonna happen? We still got merch, socks, t-shirts, shorts, all of that stuff. Hit us up. We got some new things being developed on the way. We still got a bunch of cards. Buy your favorite players, favorite teams, and stuff like that from the first season. Yeah, we looking forward to this weekend. What is it? The 28th? Yeah, Saturday, June 28th. We will be outside for the Final Four.
Like, subscribe, follow. Like,
Everything.
Yeah. Shit.
Continue to show us love because we appreciate and love y'all back.
Thank you.
Most of y'all. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.